Good morning, students. We will continue with lesson number 1. In the previous class, we did place value and face value. The difference between place value and face value is place value tells us whether the digit is at ones place, tens place or hundreds place, and face value is the digit itself. Then we did formation of numbers, how we can form a 2-digit number or 3-digit number using giving digits with or without repeating the digits. In this class, we will do comparison of numbers. Now, page number 34 in your book, see page number 34. There are two baskets. See the example. There are two baskets, A and B. A has 203 mangoes and B has 98 mangoes. Now Amul is asked to take any one basket. He decides to take the one with more mangoes. Now in basket A there are 203 mangoes. That means in 203 there are 3 digits. And in basket B there are 98 mangoes and the number 98 has 2 digits. So obviously 3 digits are more than 2 digits. So therefore 203 is greater than 98. So we say that the number with more digits is greater than the number with less digits. In 203, the digit at ones place is 3, the digit at tens place is 0 and the digit at hundreds place is 2. That means there are 2 hundreds, no 10 and 3 ones. And in 98, the digit 8 is at ones place and digit 9 is at tens place and there is no 100. So obviously the number having hundreds place will be greater than the number without hundreds place. So 203 is greater than 98. Okay, so we say that the number with more digits is greater than the number with less digits. Now see the next example. There are two purses, A and B. A contains 67 rupees and B contains 15 rupees. Now Chavi is asked to take the one which contains more money. So 67 has 2 digits and 115 has 3 digits. Digit B, purse B contains 115 rupees. So 67 has 2 digits and 115 has 3 digits. So 3 digits are more than the 2 digits. So we say 67 is less than 115. So in this example also, the number with more digits is greater than the number with less digits. The number 115 has got 3 digits and the number 67 has 2 digits. So 115 is greater than 67. So we can say 115 greater than 67 or we can say 67 less than 115. Both means the same. In the first example, it was 203 greater than 98 since basket A had 203 mangoes and basket B had 98 mangoes. In this example, purse A contains 67 rupees and purse B contains 115 rupees. So since purse A comes first, so we say 67 is less than 115. And you all have done the sign greater than and less than in class 1. So in first example, we write 203 greater than 98 and in second example, we write 67 less than 115. Now, the exercise is compare the number and use greater than sign or less than sign in the place holder. For example, given is 219 greater than 79. You have to put the sign of greater than or less than in the place holder. Okay. When we compare two numbers, the number with more digits is always greater than the numbers with less digits. Now move on to page number 35. Now in this, now let us compare, just a minute. Let me find the page, children. Yes. In this, let us compare two numbers 527 and 643. Now, in previous exercise, while comparing two numbers, we said the numbers with more digits is greater than the number with less digits. Now, what happens if both the numbers have got same number of digits? If both the numbers have, say, 2 digits or 3 digits, then how do we compare? Now see the example. Let us compare two numbers 527 and 643. Which of these two numbers is greater? Here both the numbers have 3 digits. So what do we do? Now both the numbers have 3 digits. That means both the number have 3 places, ones, tens and hundreds. So when both the numbers have equal number of digits, equal number of places, then we start with the highest place. Here there are 3 places, ones, tens and 100. So 100 is the highest place. So we start comparing. We first compare the number at hundreds place, since 100 is the highest place. So in 527, the digit at hundreds place is 5, and in 643, the digit at hundreds place is 6. Which is greater, 5 or 6? Obviously 6 is greater. So the number having 6 at hundreds place is greater than the number having 5 at hundreds place. So 643 is greater than 527. When the number of digits is equal, same in both the numbers, then we compare the digit at highest place, and we are doing till 1, tens and hundredth place. So first we compare the number at hundreds place, and the number having a greater digit at hundreds place will be greater. Now next, move on to the next example. Which of the two numbers 837 or 865 is greater? Here both numbers have 3 digits, but the digits at the hundreds place are equal. First we did the number having more digits is greater. Then when the number of digits is same in both the numbers, we compare the digit at hundreds place, that is highest place, that is hundreds place. Now what if the digit at hundreds place is same? In both the number, the digits at hundreds place is same. Then what do we do? In that case, we compare the digit at the next place, that is tens place. And the number having greater digit at tens place will be greater. Here, in both the numbers, the digit at hundreds place is 8. So we compare the digit at tens place. In one number, in 837, the digit at tens place is 3, and in 865, the digit at tens place is 6. Which is greater, 6 or 3? Obviously 6 is greater. So the number with 6 at tens place would be greater than the number with 3 at tens place. Therefore 865 is greater than 837. Now next case could be, what if the digits at 100 and tens place is same? Now see this example. Out of 932 and 938, which is lesser? Okay. Now in this example, both the numbers have got 3 digits. The number at hundreds place is same, that is 9. The number at tens place is same, that is 3. So now we are left with ones place. We compare the digit at ones place. So the digit at ones place in 932, it is 2, and in 938 it is 8. Of which is greater, 2 or 8? 8 is greater. So obviously the digit with greater number, the number with greater digit at tens or ones place would be greater. So in this case, 938 would be greater than 932, or you can say 932 is less than 938. First, so therefore, while comparing two numbers, we first compare the number of digits in both the numbers. If the number of digits in both the numbers is not same, then the number with more digits is greater. Next case is, if the number of digits in both the numbers is same, then we first compare the digits at highest place, that is hundreds place. The number with greater digit at hundreds place would be greater. If the number of digits in both the numbers is same and the digits at hundreds place is also same, then we compare the digits at tens place, and the number with greater digits at tens place would be greater. And if the number of next cases, if the number of digits is same, if the digits at hundred place and tens place is same, then we compare the digit at ones place, and the number with greater digit at ones place would be greater. Now, page number 36, the exercise is use greater than or less than to make correct sentence. And then next is, so now you know how to compare the number. You can compare the numbers by checking the digits at ones, tens or hundreds place. And then next exercise is write the numbers that are greater than a particular number and less than a particular number. That means you have to write the numbers that comes between those two numbers. Example is, write the numbers that are greater than 125 and less than 130. That means you have to write the numbers between 125 and 130. So that is 126, 127, 128, 129. Next is the numbers greater than 828 and less than 834. That means you have to write the numbers between 828 and 834. That is 829, 830, 831, 832, 833. The numbers greater than 776 and less than 782. That means numbers between 776 and 782. So the numbers would be 777, 778, 779, 780 and 781. Now next is, you have to write the numbers which are less than 292 and greater than 287. It is same as the previous one. We have just changed the sequence. Here first you have to write the numbers which are less than 292 and greater than 287. So the numbers would be 291, 290, 289, 288. Next is, you have to write the numbers which are lesser than 437 and greater than 432. That means the numbers coming between 437 and 432. So it would be 436, 435, 434, 433. The only difference is, when we are writing the numbers greater than and less than, then we are writing in forward counting, and here we are writing in backward counting. So today children, we will stop here only. Thank you. Good morning students. In continuation with lesson number 1, we will now do greatest number. How do we find greatest number? Now see the example. Find the greatest number 203, 514, 629 and 178. Now how do we find which is the greatest number? As I told you earlier also, when all the numbers, while comparing the numbers, first we see the number of digits. If all the numbers have same number of digit, then we first compare the digit at the highest place, that is hundreds place. So in this, the number 203 has got 2 at hundreds place in 514. Number 5 is at hundreds place in number 629. The digit at hundreds place is 6, and in 178 it is 1. So which is the greatest digit? It is obviously 6. So the number 629 is the greatest number out of all these given numbers. So similarly, in the same way, we can find the greatest number out of any given numbers. Now the exercise is, encircle the greatest number. 4 numbers are given 327, 409, 613 and 225. All the numbers have equal number of digits, that is 3. So we compare the digit at hundreds place. So the digit at hundreds place is 3, 4, 6 and 2 respectively. So the number with 6 at hundreds place would be greatest. So in this case it is 613. Next is 179, 375, 128 and 217. So again all the numbers have equal same number of digits. So we will compare the digit at hundreds place. So it is 1, 3, 1 and 2 respectively. So out of these 3 is the greatest. So the number having 3 at hundreds place would be the greatest. So here the greatest number would be 375. Now write the greatest number out of 313, 425, 728, 712 and 506. All the numbers have equal number of digits, that is 3. So we first compare the digit at hundreds place. So it is 5, 3, 4, 7 and 7. Now 7 is obviously greater than 5, 4 and 3. So 712, we are left with 712 and 728. Now in both the numbers the digit at hundredth place is same. So we move on to the next place, that is tens place. So in one number the digit at tens place is 2 and in one number the digit at tens place is 1. 2 is greater than 1, therefore the number with 2 at tens place would be greater. And so in this case the greatest number is 728. Next example is, which purse has maximum money? There are 3 purses A, B and C. Purse A has got 423 rupees, purse B has got 625 rupees and purse C has got 213. So again we will compare the digits at hundreds place. It is 4, 6 and 2. So 6 is the greatest number. So the number with 6 at hundreds place would be the greatest. So here purse B has got the maximum money, that is 625. Similarly, we can find out the smallest number also. Okay. So find the, for example, see, find the smallest number out of these given numbers. The numbers given are 219, 327, 124 and 473. Again, all the numbers have got 3 digits. So when we have to find out the greatest number, we see the digits at hundreds place, and the number with greatest digit at hundreds place is greatest number. Similarly, in the same manner, when we have to find out the smallest number, we compare the digit at hundreds place, and the number having the smallest digit would be the smallest. Here in this case, the digit at hundreds place is 2, 3, 1 and 4. And out of these 4, 1 is the smallest. So therefore, the number having 1 at hundreds place would be the smallest number. So in this case, 124 is the smallest number. Now again find the smallest number. The number given are 437, 215, 329 and 227. So again we compare the digits at hundreds place. Here it is 4, 2, 3 and 2 respectively. Okay. Now 2 numbers have got 2 at hundreds place. 4 and 3 are greater than 2. So obviously 437 and 329 cannot be the smallest number. So we are left with 215 and 227. Now both these numbers have got 2 at hundreds place. So what do? We move on to the next place, that is tens place. Now in 215, the digit at tens place is 1 and in 227, the digit at tens place is 2. So therefore, the number with smaller digit at tens place would be smaller. So 1 is smaller than 2. So therefore, the number 215 is the smallest number, since 1 is less than 2. So 215 is the smallest number. Now encircle the smallest number. 327, 413, 205, 526. So we compare the digit at hundreds place, and the number having smallest digit at hundreds place would be the smallest number. So here it is 205. In next example, The numbers are 404, 127, 229, 317. So again 1 is smallest, so therefore 127 is the smallest number. Now next is 720, 573, 527 and 411. So in 573, 527, the digit at hundreds place is 5, but 5 is greater than 4, so therefore 411 is the smallest number. And in 225, 346, 219, 515, the digits at hundreds places 2, 3, 2 and 5 respectively. So 2 is obviously smaller than 3 and 5. So 346 and 515 cannot be the smallest number. So we are left with 225 and 219. Now both these numbers have got same digit at hundreds place. So we move on to the tens place. In 225, the digit at tens place is 2, and in 219, the digit at tens place is 1. 1 is smaller than 2, 1 is lesser than 2, so therefore 219 is the smallest number. Now next is ordering of numbers. How do we order? Write in ascending order, or that is increasing order, or descending order, that is in decreasing order. This we will do in the next class. Thank you, children.